If you've heard of Sena, you'll probably associate it with its wireless motorcycle helmet intercoms, fantastic solutions for users on two wheels. Now, however, the company has forged its way into the world of action cameras and released their first strong contender to the market. Remotely controlled by Bluetooth technology and designed with motorbike mounting in mind, Sena have taken the biking world by storm with the Sena Prism. Providing wireless communication solutions for both motorcycle and outdoor activities since 1998, Sena have long been working on their first action camera and have released what looks to be a serious competitor to the market. What makes the Sena Prism unique, giving it the edge over others, is being the first camera on the market that provides authentic Bluetooth technology, making it an ideal solution for users who want to record their adventures while capturing their video and voice on the fly. The Sena Prism comes in a substantial sized package, deceptively large considering the size of the camera itself. Inside the package, users will no doubt be drawn towards the main Sena Prism camera unit, which we'll take a closer look at shortly. Although the camera itself is water resistant, meaning it will withstand the odd shower of rain, also included is a complete waterproof housing for those into water sports. Alongside we'll receive a helmet mounting kit, which includes an open back door for the waterproof housing, along with a selection of mounts including both adhesive as well as goggle and strap mounts, thumb screws, and quick release mounts, all forming part of the Sena quick release mounting system. You'd be forgiven for thinking that was the package, since removing the top layer presents a lower section including an array of motorcycle mounting options, along with a micro USB cable used for charging and applying firmware updates, and a general user guide. Users receive a complete handlebar mount, along with a dual suction cup mount perfect for rounded fuel tanks, both with a quick release attachment system along with the two quick release camera attachments also provided, incorporating a unique two-way locking mechanism. Sena seriously went all out with including both helmet and motorcycle mounting options that users otherwise have to pay extra for with competing solutions, one of the most comprehensive action camera packages I've seen to date. Unlike other cameras such as the GoPro with the lens on the larger side of the unit, the Sena Prism sports a more streamlined design with the lens on the slimmer side, providing a sleeker overall look when helmet mounted. Weighing in at 125 grams with the battery installed, covering the majority of the surface is a matte black finish that's slightly rubberized and soft to the touch, providing high levels of gripability, along with a single black and silver metallic surface that finishes off the design, creating an overall aesthetically pleasing unit. Covered with a rubber cap, the CMOS sensor hidden beneath the lens itself provides a generous 140-degree wide field of view, capturing 5 megapixel still images or video at a full 1080p HD at 30 frames per second. On the same side, along with some Bluetooth branding, we have the main camera microphone. Not ideally situated since it will inevitably capture some wind noise in this location, the unit does incorporate wind noise reduction technology, so we'll see how this performs shortly. While one side of the unit is completely free from features or functions, considering it sits alongside the helmet anyway, the bottom incorporates a metal standard 1/4-inch tripod thread for attachment to an array of mounting solutions. At the top, users find the only two buttons on the entire device, the shutter button being slightly raised and the mode button slightly indented. Both rubber in construction, they provide good tactile feedback upon use, with a status LED just behind. On the metallic side of the unit, we find the Sena Prism and Bluetooth branding, alongside a small status LCD used to highlight modes and set shooting options. Finally, on the rear of the device, we find the micro USB charging port, covered with a thick rubber plug maintaining the water-resistant abilities of the camera even outside of the waterproof housing. Sliding a latch releases the entire rear door, exposing the same micro USB port alongside a micro SD card slot and a micro HDMI port. Held in with a small clip, the 1100 mAh battery comes pre-installed. After a 3.5-hour full charge, the battery should provide around 2 hours of recording time and clips nicely back into place. A rubber seal encapsulates the ports when closing the rear door, ensuring water has no chance of entering. Talking of waterproof abilities, the waterproof housing carries a basic overall structure with a flat lens for clear underwater video capture and two buttons at the top. Notice another metal thread at the bottom maintaining the mounting abilities. The black locking latch carries a two-part process to unlock and is easy to operate, allowing users to slide in the camera, close the rear door which is rubber sealed, and push down to lock back into place. The camera itself carries a great overall design, maintains a sleek overall look and feel, and certainly from a hardware perspective, seems like a great overall solution for its target market. The Prism camera kit comes with a huge number of accessories that cost extra with other brands of action cameras. There's some serious choice here when it comes to mounting the camera to yourself or to your gear. Even when mounting to a helmet, users have the choice of a goggle strap mount, alternatively a clipped or adhesive helmet mount, both utilizing a ball joint mounting plate, along with those grooves we saw earlier which can be used to clip the camera securely into place, providing a streamlined solution that doesn't protrude from the side of the helmet as far as other cameras, such as the GoPro for example, although note the waterproof housing cannot be used in this configuration. Alternatively, a helmet surface mount utilizes the thread within the camera base, or the thread beneath the waterproof housing, allowing users to mount the camera to quick release buckles while keeping the camera relatively close to the mounting surface. For users who prefer to use a quick release mounting system, simply attach the quick release mount to the underside of the camera, again using the inbuilt thread, or to the waterproof housing. This allows quick attachment and removal of the camera, whether naked or within the housing, between a helmet adhesive mount, directly to a handlebar mount, or to the dual suction cup mount, meaning users are able to leave mounts connected to different areas of their motorbike while quickly and easily transferring the camera between mounts in order to change camera views. Pressing both mode and shutter buttons simultaneously will switch the camera unit on, which boots up in little time. The LCD screen is bright and introduces a simple overview, highlighting the current mode along with the chosen settings. Pressing the mode button allows users to cycle between the modes, from video, to photo, to burst mode, time-lapse, and finally onto the settings menu. Just like other action cameras, pressing the shutter button selects options or enters menus. The setup menu itself is again very simple to navigate and use, although skip over the menu you require and you'll find yourself having to navigate through all remaining options to loop back to the menu you needed in the first instance. A slight annoyance but no deal breaker by far. The setup menu is rather straightforward, consisting of shooting options, a separate menu for microphone options, and device settings, and it's within the device settings that users are able to pair Bluetooth devices. Unlike other action cameras, users are able to pair any Bluetooth enabled headset, although you'll want a Sena headset to unlock full functionality. The Bluetooth function of the camera is exclusive to Sena and creates a whole new user experience. It's something I've not seen with any other action camera in the past, and the remote recording and voice capture features provide a fantastic new dimension to the action camera, and it all works wonderfully well. Also connecting via Bluetooth, users are able to use a dedicated Sena Prism app to quickly and easily change all settings on the fly. There's no need to mess around with wireless connections whatsoever. An initial pairing process via Bluetooth and your camera is always connected, making changing camera settings refreshingly simple. Video captured from the Sena Prism at its default 1080p at 30 frames per second is certainly very impressive. Although these examples have been subject to YouTube compression algorithms, the raw footage from the Sena Prism itself is sharp and vivid, while the field of view is perfect for a camera of this type. Color reproduction is rather good, and as with any action camera lens, the more light you can get into that sensor, the better the output. Talking of light, shooting in darkened conditions is a struggle for most action cameras with small sensors, yet the Sena Prism seems to cope rather well with only minor artifacting. When it comes to still image capture, the Prism performs just as well, producing crisp 5 megapixel images, again with good color reproduction and great levels of sharpness throughout. Moving on to audio, when used in its naked form, the built-in front-facing microphone does perform rather well, producing rather crisp audio quality. In motion though, users will be left with high levels of wind noise due to the microphone's location. A rear end microphone may have helped somewhat, although users are able to adjust microphone gain settings within the menus in order to experiment and find the setting to best fit the scenario. Nevertheless, where the camera really excels is with the use of a Bluetooth headset, where users are able to input a HD audio feed. as well as control the camera functions and receive spoken confirmation of chosen mode,
time-elapse mode, setting mode, video mode,
when recording starts
recording,
or ends,
recording stopped.
all of which makes the Sena Prism very easy to use on your helmet without the need to even look at the side screen. Nevertheless, when it comes to video quality and general overall performance, the unit certainly doesn't disappoint. Although not the cheapest camera out there, Sena have provided a fantastic overall package in their newest action camera. The box contents are the most extensive I've seen with any action camera on the market today. Geared towards the biker, there's literally every mount you need in the one box. Nevertheless, the Sena Prism has room for improvement. Although the overall video quality was impressively sharp, vivid and pleasing to the eye, 1080p at 30 frames per second is the maximum resolution available, whereas competitors are at the 4K point already. There's also no way to view a live feed, even if it's just to ensure the camera is lined up correctly, and no way to play back captured footage without using a computer. However, what the Sena Prism does do is break away from the typical wireless connection with most action cameras on the market today. Instead, the Prism heavily relies on Bluetooth technology for connecting to a range of accessories, headsets, and the smartphone app itself, and it actually works wonderfully well, adding a new dimension to the camera. For the bikers out there looking for a versatile action camera, the Sena Prism is a well-polished, well-equipped, and well-recommended package. I've certainly been left seriously impressed.